Okay, so practical. All right. We use these coded terms, don't we, of salt and mercury and sulfur. When you're discussing a plant, okay, human's a different matter. In the human, the salt is the body, the mercury is the spirit, and the sulfur is the soul. When you're dealing with the plant life, its salt is also its body. Okay, these are just coded terms. All right, the salt is the body. Ethanol is mercury. Now, what do I mean by ethanol? When you take a grape and you let it rot because it's got its own, what's it called? Yeast, right? That white film on the outside of a grape is yeast. When you let it rot and ferment, it creates alcohol. It creates ethanol. All right. That would be sort of the spirit, or equivalent to the spirit. You know, one thing you'll notice too is that ethanol is ethanol is ethanol. It doesn't matter if it comes from corn or a grape or cherries or fruit juice or whatever the case is. It's always going to be the same thing. I should tell you something about your spirit. The spirit that inhabits the human. Shana, mine's the same as yours. Mark, mine's the same as yours. Enzi, same. All right. The spirit is the same thing in all of us. Sulfur is the essential oils in something, and this is where it's different. You see, because you can't extract the same essential oils from mint as you can from oregano. All right, it's got its own unique character. That's what carries that planetary signal itself. All right, so the essential oil that is produced in the glands of oregano, for example, is with Mars. All right, oregano's process with Mars. It has a different one than mint, which also processes Mars, by the way. Just like the way that I process planetary signals is going to be different, right? We're going to smell different, but it's going to be the same. That's my soul. Do you understand? That's your soul. Yeah? Your soul is going to make an essential oil, if you follow the analogy, out of Mars that has a different nature, but is still Martian, than mine. Okay, this is our uniqueness, and that's also the uniqueness in the plant. Okay, now each one. One thing I don't want you to do is just go look up what plants go with what. All right, let's get there organically, please. I gave away mint and oregano. Okay, so you can have those. But do you agree? Let's get there organically, because it is within your powers to just be able to go, yeah, this goes to Jupiter. I get it, right? It's Jupiter. Feel it. Trust me, by the end of these 16 weeks, you'll be able to do that with anything. Here's what we need to do. We're going to start by making a tincture. Now, don't forget the fifth element, which is you. Don't forget the fifth element when you do this, but get yourself a mason jar, all right? And get the strongest, clearest alcohol you can find, like 98 proof kind of grain alcohol or whatever. It's fine, all right? Vodka can be a little weak, but just go to the liquor store, get the strongest, clear alcohol you can find. All right. If all you have is vodka, okay, not a problem. That's fine. But usually they have certain, like, I don't know, like, I don't know the brands. Okay, you'll find it. Just go in. the person at the liquor store is going to think like you're a raging alcoholic, right? Because you're like, I need the strongest clear booze. Yeah, Everclear, I think, is one of them here. I don't know if y'all have that, but in any event, okay, it's got to be clear though. All right.
Yeah.
So no whiskey, no brandy, those types of things. But if you can't find anything stronger than vodka, vodka's fine. All right.
Yeah.
Take any herb that appeals to you. Now, what I mean is, don't go research on the internet. Don't go find a planetary herb, right? Because you think you should be doing Saturn or Jupiter or whatever. Find one that appeals to you. With it, make sure that it's crushed up very fine, very dry. Okay. Don't worry about the timings yet. We'll get to those eventually. But um, fill about a quarter of the jar with crushed up herb, dried out, crushed up herb, and the rest of it with your liquor. Okay. Shake it up and then put it in a dark, warm place. So if you have a clear jar like this, just put a bag around it, a paper bag or something like that, and go set it by the heater. Okay, by the vent or somewhere that's going to be warm. Keep it room temperature, keep it warm, and keep it dark. Don't let the sun into it. Take it out, shake it up a couple times a day. Twice is fine if you like, and just let it do its thing for 2 weeks. Okay, just 2 weeks. You can go longer. It's not going to hurt it. But what you're going to notice is that it goes through a phase where it becomes kind of black or really dark green. All right. The alcohol is going to begin to extract the essence of the plant. Okay. Which includes the essential oils, which is the sulfur aspect. You're providing ethanol in the form of alcohol because it's the same for anything, right? I mean, if you want to go through the process, I'll teach you how to do it. If you want to actually, make wine and then distill that wine so that you get the really high proof, like 98% alcohol out of wine, we can do that too. But it's fine. It's the same. All right. For every ethanol, it's ethanol. Doesn't matter. Just like your spirits, just like mine.